I think she'll be able to give an eloquent enough reason for most reasonable people. But reasonable people aren't on social media.
Ooh, I agree with him on that.
I agree with him on a lot of stuff. Hello and welcome to the Michael Jacobs Moment, a podcast that has almost nothing to do with Boy Meets World, but everything to do with Limp Bizkit. I'm Scott. I started watching Shark Tank for the first time, and all I know is that the valuation is way too high. I'm here with radical 1984 reading mind Julia.
I've actually never even read it.
Oh my God. I'm also here with George, who I didn't write a joke for. George, what do you got?
I have a big wiener.
Oh, that's
Whoa.
fucking hilarious, dude.
Edgy.
He's nailed it.
Killed it.
Let's jump into our moment of the week.
Sun, the only, the one. Donut in the sky, space, big gaping place. Without, within, our skin. Donut in the sky, Freon, fluorocarbon, humpback whale, so pale. Exhaust is all lost. Donut in the sky.
And Topanga is doing a sort of interpretive dance during that. It's where we
I
really
like
get
that
a
we all
glimpse.
laughed at Gape.
It's when we really start to get to know her as the crazy hippie girl that she then completely dishes as a
Completely
character.
does, yeah. But I like how Corey reads it like in a mocking, with a face like he's mocking her, but he delivers it so well. Like he takes the right beats and like he delivers the poem as it should be read. So he's making fun of it, but also killing it at the same time.
It's because they're meant to be as a couple.
George, have you ever seen that one?
Nope. I don't know.
Wait,
Maybe I
George.
saw it in passing.
Do you watch anything? How about a movie?
Oh, I've seen movies.
Really?
One of us explains a movie. One of us explains a movie. One of us explains a movie.
It's a nice dog. So this week I wanted to talk about Simon Birch. It's a movie that's been on my mind for the past couple of weeks for some reason, and then when I brought it up to you guys, y'all said you didn't see it, so I wanted to explain it to you and see if you think it's as weird as I think it is. So here we go. What'd you say?
Can't wait.
I know, it's good, it's good. Okay, here we go. So Simon Birch tells the story of Joe Worth and his best friend, the titular Simon Birch. Simon Birch is an Oh, do you have a question?
No. I was saying okay.
All right, Julia, you're
I know
not allowed to
used
talk.
me. I know you're used to me interrupting every
You're
other
just like,
sentence.
you just had, okay.
I
I'm
just
glad you're
like to
listening.
yeah, I like to give cues that I'm listening.
All right, so Simon is a insufferable little shit that just happens to be a dwarf. Due to his somewhat improbable survival past infancy, he believes himself a bona fide miracle and a, quote, instrument of God. This kind of weirds everyone out, and Simon is pretty much an outcast and therefore friends with Joe, who is also an outcast due to him being a bastard, which is, I guess, makes you a social pariah in the 60s in small town New Hampshire. Anyway, Joe and Simon spend their days doing 60s kid shit like hiking and swimming. Simon is obsessed with being able to hold his breath underwater for longer and longer periods of
Holy
time.
shit, I've seen this movie.
Yeah, okay, cool. They also collect baseball cards and go to church, where Simon is unpopular with the congregation, probably because he doesn't give a shit about bake sales. Play clip for one for me there, Scott.
I said, what does coffee and donuts have to do with God?
They're merely refreshments so people can socialize and discuss the upcoming activities.
Whoever said that church needs a continental breakfast?
Simon?
I doubt that God is interested in our church activities.
Simon?
If God has made the church bake sale a priority, then I'd say we're all in a lot of trouble.
Simon, that is enough.
I thought there was a laugh track there for a second, but it's the church.
Someone was laughing.
goers.
It was in the church, yeah. So this pisses off, this pisses everyone so much that the Sunday school teacher decides to basically tell Simon that he's an abomination to God, which I think is a little harsh, regardless of the quality of the baked goods available at the church bake sale. Let's play the second clip there.
Your parents don't go to church, do they, Simon? See, that's because they don't belong here. And neither do you. Speaking out of turn, disrupting the class, telling the other children that God has a special plan for you. What kind of nonsense is that?
And what kind of nonsense is this?
Hello, Rebecca.
Come on,
I just
Simon.
know.
I don't know
yes.
who to hate more. Like
Simon
this little...
or
Wait, what?
yeah,
Yeah.
everyone in the movie is insufferable, and that's part of the
Yeah.
reason why it's really weird.
He thinks he's like so special, but yet
because
yeah.
I know.
Go ahead.
Anyway, so that at the end there, that was Joe's mom coming in to defend Simon, who definitely has a pervy little crush on her. Anyway, so later they're at Joe and Simon's little league baseball game. The coach sends in Simon, who is normally walked, as pitchers can't really pitch low enough to hit his strike zone, but the coach tells him to swing away anyway because they're being crushed and he just wants to end the game as quickly as possible. Simon bides his time and waits for the perfect pitch, and then this happens. Go ahead and play clip 3 for me there, Scott.
Ball 2. Simon, swing the bat. Swing.
I'm picking my pitch.
Ah, for Christ's sake.
Just notice the tone of the music and stuff.
It's quirky.
I hate movies with this kind of music.
It's like
So Simon hits the
Dennis
pitch
the
just
Menace.
as Joe's mom's walking by. And fucking bang, he nails her right in the head.
oh my.
And guess what?
She's dead.
She fucking dies. Simon Birch fucking kills his best friend's mom with a baseball pitch gone awry.
That's
baseball
God's
hit.
plan.
So
That's
yeah, exactly
what Drake
right.
was singing about.
So Simon hits a foul line drive out of field and striking Joe's mom as she's passing by, killing her instantly. Instead of being like, dude, I'm sorry I killed your mom, he double downs on his instrument of God shtick and tells Joe his mother's death must have been foreordained. This pisses Joe off for a little bit, but the two then soon make up because Joe literally has nowhere else to run to because he's a fucking orphan now. Gross. Simon still believes he's God's hitman or whatever. Joe is super bummed because he's not only is his mom dead, she also took the secret of his father's identity to her grave. There is hope, however, as the ball that killed Joe's mother has gone missing, and the boys believe that Joe's father took it away in secret. The movie then decides to lighten the mood with some kid-on-kid sexual assault. Simon gets the part of baby Jesus in their school's Christmas pageant, and as Simon is laying in the manger, he's overtaken by Mary, who is played by a girl who Simon was previously perving on. Go ahead and play clip for me.
You give me fever.
Boobs!
Dinner, Simon!
Did you just say
So yeah,
boobs?
Simon reaches out for her breasts and yells boobs, causing the Christmas pageant to go into chaos. There's a fat kid who's on a pulley system, and he starts swinging, and he eventually throws up on the. Yeah, and it's so like he just killed. Anyway,
Yeah, what? This is so many movies mixed in
It's
one.
crazy.
It's like Angels in the Outfield, Dennis the Menace, and A Christmas Story in one. That's what I'm picking up here.
as a result of this incident, Simon is forbidden to go on the retreat that he and the rest of the Sunday school was set to go on. His baseball cards are also confiscated by Reverend Russell, who is a total prick the entire movie. Furious, Simon decides to break into the Reverend's office to retrieve his baseball cards. He finds them, but he also finds the missing baseball that struck Joe's mother. Simon then rushes to the retreat to inform Joe of his discovery. Reverend Russell admits to Joe that he's his father just as Simon arrives with the baseball. While Simon and Joe are riding the bus back home, it skids on ice and the bus crashes into a lake. When the bus driver abandons the children, the Reverend is knocked unconscious. Simon takes command to get everyone out safely. With the help of Joe, he is successful of getting everyone out of the bus, but Simon nearly drowns in saving the last child. Joe wakes up in the hospital and visits Simon, who is very ill. So go ahead and play clip 5 for me there.
Did you see how the children listened to me? Because of the way I walked.
Yeah.
That window was just my size.
Extra small.
Extra small.
I don't know what he's saying, but
Yeah, I
can
can't
tell.
understand.
I can tell it's touching.
That was over 200 in Mississippi.
Got a tiny little voice.
Joe,
Yeah.
gotta go now.
What did he say?
I gotta go now.
See you later, alligator.
His friends, his
See you
dog
later.
is saying, "I gotta go." He says, "See you later, alligator."
Gotta go now.
Okay. See you later, alligator.
Yeah, that last clip
He
was kind of
killed your
bad.
mom.
But yeah, so basically Simon's like, "See, I'm an instrument. I was small enough to fit through the window, and all the kids listened to me because I'm a freak." And they were,
Ah, yeah. He saves them all from the bus using the power of his smallness.
yeah. There's another detail that I forgot to mention in the like school during the school play part. All the little kids listen to Simon because he's, I guess, a dwarf, and they're enthralled by it, I guess. So yeah, it was all preordained, and I guess Simon was an instrument, which is why this fucking movie pisses me off. It's like God needs to sacrifice a precocious little dwarf because he couldn't melt an ice patch on the road. He's like, "Yep, this little kid's got to fucking die."
Yeah, that's a bigger plan than just not killing.
Oh, we got
We
got a phone
Oh, pick that up.
Hello?
hello.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi, who's
you're
this?
on.
This is Isaac Mustache.
Hi, Isaac. How are you?
Isaac, how you doing?
What? Oh, I'm good.
Good. Do you?
Yeah, I had a question about the Simon Cowell movie.
Simon Birch?
It's not
What?
American Idol. It's
Simon-
a movie.
What do you mean?
So it's a motion picture. It's not a TV show.
It's a
Like
full-length,
the big picture? You mean like when you go to the museum, you see the big picture?
Sometimes you can see. I guess the Franklin Institute has a movie
Yeah.
theater.
They have big screens sometimes.
I
but
thought he was better in America's Got Talent. You
No, this is so Simon. You think that we're talking about a Simon Cowell movie from American Idol? He's a famous ghost. A famous.
the ghost?
Nope.
He's a
Famous,
big. Is he a
I don't-
what?
Be careful, George. I think we already are a little confused.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, this is Isaac Mustache.
Hi, Isaac. Have you ever been to a movie theater where you sit in a big room and watch moving pictures on the screen tell a story over the course of 90 to 2 hours, 90 minutes to 2 hours?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Well, Simon Birch is a movie, and that's what those
Yeah,
are.
Okay.
Simon Birch.
Yeah. Yeah, I like when he was hitting the home runs. You were talking about when he threw the baseball into the home run field.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was your favorite part when he killed
You
his
like
mom?
when
yeah.
he killed
I-
his friend's mom?
I thought it was his dad.
No.
No,
No,
I think.
you,
Yeah, I think it was
Wait.
his friend's mom.
It's Simon Cowell was his friend's mom.
Simon Birch and Simon Cowell
Which
are not
who?
related.
Which one is Birch?
Simon Birch is the precocious dwarf.
Like a little man?
Yeah, like a little man.
Okay, that's pretty weird.
Have you seen
Didn't
the
you
film?
think it was weird that he killed his friend's mom and then they just dropped that?
Who?
The filmmakers.
What? Simon Cowell?
No. Simon Cowell's
No.
not in this
I
conversation.
think his shirts. Oh,
Oh, his shirts
Wait,
are
what about his shirt?
a little tight, right?
I thought they were a little small. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like a little too tiny. They're tight.
I guess
But then he was on.
He's a dwarf, so.
That's both. Yeah, Simon.
Right.
Oh, listen.
He was on America's Got Talent, right?
That-
and then
that's right, yeah.
X Factor. Well, thanks.
Yeah.
I mean, I just had a question about the baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ask it already, or was?
Yeah, how many home runs was it?
It wasn't even a home run. It was a foul ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, what a shame.
Anyway, yeah, I liked the show a lot. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's
All
Thanks,
right.
Isaac.
bye, Isaac.
We're a podcast, not a TV show.
What?
All right. Thanks,
All right. See.
Isaac.
Useless history, insignificant shit we read. Useless history, insignificant shit we read.
Boy, I hope Isaac is still listening for this one, because I bet he'd have a lot of questions. So this week I wanted to talk about the history of the 555 number in movies. We were afraid that this would only be a 2-sentence explanation, but it's more like 4 or 5, so
Okay, that's
I
pretty
wanted
good.
to tell you guys.
Strap in for these 5 sentences.
Yeah. So that's an estimate. But so phone numbers used to begin with letters. So, and they would usually be a word, so you could like say the word and then follow it with the numerals. So the reason why 555 numbers didn't really get used is because the number 5 has JKL on as its letters. So not a lot of words start with that combination of letters. So, except Klondike, which was used, but that was one of the few examples. So, because of this, when they switched to only numbers didn't end up having, like, they switched from the letters to the numbers, and then the numbers replaced the letters. You know, whatever number the letters were using was replaced. So, not a lot of numbers started with 555. So
Are you
the
telling
phone,
me that phone numbers used to start with letters?
Yeah,
Get out of here.
yeah. Phone numbers were like,
my
yeah, you
God.
could say like Klondike 432. And so then phone companies offered for Hollywood to use, it was actually starting to become problematic that movies were using real numbers and those numbers were getting harassed. So the phone companies remembered that they don't have those numbers 555-0100 to 199 are not in use. So movies can use those, but the other combinations are actually in use. So there are some phone numbers that start with 555. They're just not 100 to 199. Yeah, I
That
just
is
wanted
truly,
to know.
truly useless history.
this is as useless as it gets right here.
I wanted to know the chicken or the egg kind of thing, and it was the phone companies that offered it to the movies. So there we go, mystery solved.
All right.
Wow!
Wow, all the networks can use 555 numbers.
Good to know.
Hey, what's a network? ABC's a network.
What? Oh, wait. Did you hear about the latest thing?
Did you hear about the latest thing?
What's going
On the ABC network.
All right. We're talking about the latest thing. It has something to do with The Bachelor, and we have a special guest, Bachelor fan and general celebrity correspondent, and I don't know, whatever title she wants to give herself. It's our friend Sam.
I wanted to know what else you were going to say about me.
Yeah.
Hi,
I
everyone.
liked it.
Yeah.
Hi, welcome.
Sam.
Thanks for coming on.
Why don't you
Thanks
explain what happened?
Thanks for having me, of course. So I'm going to start at the beginning. Matt James is the Bachelor this season on ABC's The Bachelor. He's the first
yes.
Black Bachelor in their history for
Which is
20-some
insane.
seasons. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, have there ever been any Mexican bachelors?
Yes, his name was Juan Pablo. And
Oh,
actually,
so-
I don't
Wow.
know if he was Mexican. I'm sorry. Actually,
We count
that's
that.
racist of me,
Oh.
for
All right,
sure.
Sam is the newest racist.
Yes!
Let's give it up. Let's give it up for Juan Pablo, everybody.
Pablo, el número uno contestante de El Bachelor.
Let's see. I'm going to look that up right now.
I did not watch his season, but he was a notoriously really bad Bachelor, actually. He was
Oh, really? Mr. Brown.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I love how we count him as white.
Yeah.
Like,
What?
I don't know. That should have meant something.
I didn't.
Well, he's
They
definitely
had it.
not black.
Maybe it did
Yeah,
mean
that's
something.
true.
Yeah, Julia
Um,
thinks black and Mexican people are the
No, he's
Right.
Venezuelan. I just
okay,
looked it
okay,
up.
okay.
All right. Continue.
Okay,
So,
continue.
after the first week of this season of The Bachelor aired, you know, you get a whole bunch of women contestants. There was some posts on social media, on TikToks especially, of a girl who went to high school with one of the contestants named Rachel. Rachel, apparently, when she was in high school, bullied this girl who made the post for liking black guys in high school. And then there was tons and tons of like influx of messages like, hey, I cheerleaded with her and she's like a real asshole. Like she bullied me and all that stuff. Oh, should I not curse?
It's fine.
Okay, sorry.
Have you
Yeah, a lot of
listened
kids
to
listen
this
to this.
podcast?
So after that, there was like a bunch more TikToks that compiled pictures of Rachel at really culturally appropriating sorority.
She was at an Antebellum
parties.
South party, I believe, right?
Correct. So that was taken in 2018. Big sorority party. Antebellum South was the theme. So they're all dressed in like petticoats and shit.
That's so fucking weird. Why is that even a thing? Why can't they just say like we're
It's a
dressing
big
up like
thing.
old ladies?
Yeah, it's
Like,
a huge
why?
thing. I mean, it's like, why do they have weddings at plantations?
I
Like,
was
for that
wondering.
kind of
Well,
thing?
nah. I mean, I think that's fine actually, because a plantation is just a big building with a field at the end of the day. Like,
that they held slaves on.
Yeah,
no, but
I don't
so,
like
well, what do you think they should do? Destroy the building?
No, but it
have
could
them
be like a museum
historical.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, not where you celebrate an event that like is very lighthearted and.
I'm gonna
Not-
hard disagree on this. I think you can have a wedding at a plantation. I think that's fine.
It's like having a wedding at Auschwitz.
It's also more than that
How
because
is that
it's
different?
they're having it also set in that time period, right? So it's like it's themed to
Correct.
that time period.
Correct.
So that's
So the
that's
word
what
ante-
also makes it ickier.
Yeah, the word antebellum means pre-war, like pre-Civil War. So literally when slavery was legal. So
yeah,
it's
essentially a slavery
blah blah blah. Lots of black backlash. Then, but like also they're ignoring it because Rachel probably goes far in the show, is what people suspect. So if Matt James picks Rachel or she's in like the top 2, it looks bad
Yeah.
to like on ABC. Basically.
Wait, I didn't realize that this was only like a week after the show aired because it's been a while
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, it was a while. It was like building for a bit. That was the first thing, and then it built from there as it got some traction. So last week, Chris Harrison, who is the host of ABC's The Bachelor, he went on a extra TV segment that was hosted by Rachel Lindsay, not the Rachel that's going to antebellum parties when she was in a sorority. Rachel Lindsay was the first black bachelorette of several years ago, I think 2017. So they have an interview where Rachel is, I think at this point, you know, speculation is building. Nobody has said anything, including ABC or Matt James or Chris Harrison or Rachel Kirkconnell, the one being accused of doing all this racist shit. So Chris goes on and it's a absolute disaster. And he is saying stuff like, well, you know, through the lens of 2021, it's not okay to go to a antebellum South party.
One second here.
It's not a good look.
Well, it's not a good. Well, Rachel, is it a good look in 2018 or is it not a good look in 2021?
It's
Because
not
there's
a
a big
good
difference.
look ever because she's celebrating
Well-
the old South. If I went to that party, what would I represent at that party?
I don't disagree with you. You're 100% right in 2021.
Yes, you just did.
Here's the thing,
That
though.
was not the case in 2018. Again, I'm not defending Rachel.
Yeah.
I,
What is he talking
his
about?
timeline is very off. Like if he was arguing like in 2008, like we weren't as aware of
But
these
not
things.
even. Slavery had
No.
already happened.
No.
Like, what is he talking about?
No, but like it's the fact that this
I get
girl
what you're
went to this
saying.
party. Yeah, she went to this party and she was basically just oblivious to what was to the social implications of it.
2
But-
years
It's
ago.
pretty obvious
Yeah.
to everyone north of the Mason-Dixon that you shouldn't have a fucking party celebrating a period of time when slavery was a thing. Like, it's pretty fucking obvious.
What if we
all the
had
time.
what if we had an antebellum North Union party? Are we allowed to do that? I think we can do it. We can have slaves.
That's allowed, and we don't do it because it's fucking stupid. But
Yeah,
it
'cause
wouldn't
it's
offend
weird.
anyone. But it's stupid. So
Yeah.
And there were slaves in the North.
yeah, and that. So let's not even. Why are we celebrating that period of time? Who
Yeah.
cares?
And so then Chris Harrison goes on and says, my favorite one, maybe Scott, you want to play it. He says, how many people go to parties like that. He says 50 million.
Oh wait, I do have that. I do have that somewhere.
Which is approximately 1 in 6 Americans.
Guys, I have to confess, I've been to an antebellum party. I dressed up like a Southern Belle.
What'd you dress up as?
What?
A Southern Belle.
Oh, nice.
Cute.
Chris Harrison,
that was very sexy.
All he had to do was not say anything, really. He didn't have to say anything. And all
Seems
he
like
really
this was done on purpose.
all he
'cause
really
they orchestrated this. Did they not know he was gonna say these controversial things? Like,
Well,
I feel like
It's also
you
strange
quit.
because like
he doesn't say anything
Chris
that
Harrison-
controversial. He just acts like an idiot. Like, I watched the whole interview, and it was really painful because it's just 15 minutes of him slowly digging himself deeper into this like weird hole where he's just like, it's like all he had to do was make it clear to us, the people, that he understands the social context of an antebellum party. But instead, he sort of doubles down on like this anti-woke politics thing, and all that does is serve to, I don't know, make it seem like he's part of this like huge battle that like isn't even real, and it just makes him sound crazy. And the thing is, it's like a 15-minute long interview, and I started pulling clips from it. So I do have that 50 million clip, but I have so many clips here that I'm just like, I don't even know which one it is. Like I'll just start playing random
You know,
ones.
when you see San Francisco erasing Lincoln and erasing Washington and erasing people because of what they stood for 180 years ago, I don't know. Is that right? Is it wrong?
Whoa.
You said she hasn't spoken out. You haven't
Why
heard
is he
from her.
bringing it
And
there?
Yeah,
there's
it's-
nothing
Why
that
is he going there?
contractually stops her from
Oh,
saying, "Hey, this
this
isn't
is-
true."
this
and I
is the
think
woman,
if it were me,
the
and
interviewer.
my name was being attached to some.
That's her saying that if she were Rachel, she would defend herself and say it isn't true. But I don't think Rachel needs to say that it's not true. I think she just needs to say that she understands why it's a problem. I think that's really...
How could she
There's,
say
like,
it's not
ton-
true? It's literally there's photos.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. That's why I don't like the way that the interviewer asks that.
There's tons of shit. I lost my train of thought.
Ways
but like,
ways that she can talk her way out of it.
there's speculation that ABC contractually like wasn't letting Rachel speak out about it, but I can't believe that to be true because contestants like say stuff on their Instagrams about that week's episode, you know, other stuff all the time. So like, you know, like, oh, I got bullied on last night's episode, blah 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 blah. Like,
Wait, here's
or
a
whatever.
weird theory I just came up with. Do you think this was ABC's way of phasing out Chris Harrison, and now Rachel is going to be the new host of The Bachelor? 'Cause
No.
we need a black woman to replace a white
That's
man.
way no. They don't. They
No.
don't
No.
think that fucking.
I don't
far.
even
No
think
way.
Chris Harrison is gonna leave. I think we're gonna still have Chris Harrison.
Well,
Too
it's so
much
weird 'cause
of-
Chris Harrison is the Bachelor.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
serious. I don't
And
think
too
he's gonna-
much of the people who watch The Bachelor don't care what Rachel Kirkconnell did, and don't understand that an antebellum party is a problem and celebrating that. And because and people have like this thing about holding, you know, Rachel as an individual accountable, and when it's like just such a socially accepted thing, but like how else are we gonna get it to be not socially
Right,
acceptable?
exactly. Yeah, that's weird.
Well-
has she said anything yet?
She did. So last Friday, like after this Extra TV interview, Chris Harrison, there was enough backlash over the weekend that Chris Harrison put a little notes app Instagram and was like, okay, I'm stepping down from hosting The Bachelor, which is a huge deal. But I think Scott's right. I don't think it's going to be permanent. And then Rachel like posted a decent Instagram notes, but that like says, you know, I want to be held accountable. Like, I'm not here to say like that it's not, you know, it wasn't wrong. I didn't know, whatever. She never actually, the thing that's so fucking annoying to me, like with Chris and with her, like none of them ever said like not thinking that slavery is bad or, you know, like not caring about slavery is bad and not caring about the
I know
implications.
what you mean, Sam. Because
like they never name it.
They're
They never
only
name it.
talking about like
Yes.
how they are sorry and how cancel culture is dangerous. or
It's yeah,
something.
it's very vague. The whole well, she doesn't talk
Yeah.
about cancel
Well,
culture,
yeah,
but
only
it's
Chris
it's very vague the whole time. I want to bring up. I have one random clip because it reminded me of this. This is Seth Rogen on Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. Now he's talking about like what people find offensive and the nature of obliviousness, and like that's the thing that really offends people is when you seem oblivious. So, and that's what I think like. If Chris Harrison and Rachel just made it clear that they understood what the problem was, you know, So I'm gonna.
I think obliviousness is the thing that people don't like. When they don't think you can tell you're making a joke that is inappropriate. If you know it's something that is taboo to be saying, and that's folded into the recipe, then you can say whatever the you want. People don't like it when they feel like they're in a room with someone who doesn't understand where social norms lie.
Right.
And does this guy get where the line is? Is he gonna say something that like is gonna be super weird?
Yeah.
I love his gargly laugh.
Yeah. So the whole interview with Chris Harrison was a very like. That it was like that energy where like, does this guy know? Like, is it like? There
But
was
also,
that line.
Seth Rogen is like defending comedy, and this Rachel girl and Chris Harrison weren't being funny, so they don't have
No,
the same.
But they also weren't like saying anything outright pro-slavery, but they were giving off vibes of obliviousness, and that was the stuff that's like what people don't like. It's like, why don't you guys
know.
understand?
You're giving them a lot of credit. I feel like they're not oblivious, and that's the problem. Because going to an antebellum party, how can you be oblivious to what that means?
Well, I don't know, because
You
she's just
can't.
like a dumb 18-year-old girl going to a party. Like, I honestly think she just didn't think about it.
Ugh.
Or she didn't care.
They're not entirely oblivious. They're oblivious to the implications and the consequences.
I need to go back to like it was literally like having an Auschwitz party. It's not any.
You're
different.
right.
It's
I
the
agree.
same, and yet that like it seems like so different, but it's not. It's like if we celebrated World War like 1942 to 1940 to 1942. Let's have a liberation party. What? Why?
It's
I mean, I grew up in Texas in the 70s. I mean, there were games we played on the school ground that are not okay today.
I know what he's talking about.
He just kept digging himself.
My guess,
He's talking about
these
the
girls got
game
dressed
where
up and
you
went to a party and had a great time. They were 18 years old. I get trolled on both sides. Hollywood elite, Hollywood liberal. You're a Trumper. You're a conservative. I honestly get 50-50 trolled.
I don't think anyone
on
calls
how
Chris
bad I
Harrison
am
a liberal
on both
elite.
sides of the aisle.
Oh,
which
they
is really
definitely do. Are you
hysterical.
kidding me? There's a lot of like really.
Give me that vibe at all.
Yeah, but there's a lot of really like liberal messaging on The Bachelor.
He was pretty neutral in my
is?
mind.
Yeah.
What?
Are you kidding me?
It's so religious and like sexist. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about like the scenes where it's like people discussing Black Lives Matter for like 5 minutes.
That's
and
because
it's
they
like
feel
an
like a
emotional scene.
second.
That's like
100%
performative.
fake. Yeah, that's performative.
And
Okay.
there are not a lot of discussions like that.
I mean,
at all.
doesn't the fact that it's performative only prove it further that there's like that's
I mean,
like
it's
in the
better
show?
than not saying anything about it, but it's also you can't disregard like the religious and sexist undertones of the show and take that out and then be like, oh, they talked about Black Lives Matter, so they're really progressive. Like you can't have a show. It's not like in a vacuum.
I don't think
like,
the show is really progressive, but I can totally
well,
understand
that's what you
why.
said.
No, I said I understand why Chris is called a liberal elite. Like, there are scenes in The Bachelor where I'm like, I know that this is just like making a bunch of people mad, and they're all gonna yell at Chris Harrison on the internet about it. Like,
Yeah, I
you know
guess.
that those scenes are in it.
I didn't think
It's
of
also
him as,
he's just the host, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not a producer or like in charge of.
I think he is a
He's
producer.
a producer, probably.
At this point,
Okay,
probably,
okay.
Yeah. He gets that producer check for sure.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I'm part of the problem because I still watch The Bachelor. So
Stop watching The Bachelor. It's a
well,
trash show.
you wouldn't have been able to tell us all these things if you
Let's
didn't,
make a
so
dating
thank
show,
you.
guys.
Guys,
Let's make a non-racist
I will stop
dating show.
if this doesn't like improve
Only
at all.
black people. Wait, no, that's not right. God damn it.
Guys, I think it's fine. I think Chris Harrison should keep his job, and the girl should still be allowed in the show.
I don't watch it. I don't know.
This is a huge opportunity for them to like actually say productive things, but that's
yeah,
just not
exactly.
what's gonna happen.
It's not. But also, it's a black bachelor, so he shouldn't want to date this girl. How about that? That's pretty simple.
Well, he's an
is he
character.
a self-hating black?
Why is he
Man.
problematic?
Oh God.
He's a registered Republican at least, and people have like called him
my
out
God.
for that.
Wait, hold on.
You can't
And that-
answer to everybody who wants to come and attack you. I mean, I saw something that said this person was a registered Republican. Therefore, they are this. And I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Are you kidding? Like, how about we just take a step back and you are the problem. I know you don't think you're the problem, but now you are indeed the problem when you say this person voted for this person, therefore they are that. We have to be so careful when we start labeling people.
That's some
just as bad
plastic
as
shit,
what that
Chris
person
Harrison.
did. So, it's
Calling
like,
the other people the problem.
Well, he's really
okay.
He's not saying, like, just because that guy's a Republican, I highly doubt he voted for Donald Trump, if that's what we're implying here.
We have no idea.
You cannot imply that. I agree. I'm just saying that he's.
I also think you can highly doubt it.
Yeah. Also
I
agree
don't
with
know.
that.
He's religious, so he's weird.
He is religious. And
That's how I feel about The Bachelor. And as for the girl, I don't assume that she's racist because she went to this party, but I do think that it would be nice if she took this opportunity to talk about
Talk
it.
shit on the Confederacy?
No.
She's not anti-racist. She's not anti-racist. That's for sure.
She's definitely not like an eloquent speaker on anti-racism for sure. And Chris Harrison just kind of talked himself into a hole. I don't really believe that he did anything that is like that terrible. He just was an idiot in that interview. Like, Jesus Christ. It was difficult to watch.
Our tolerance levels are just changing. Like, we don't feel like taking idiots. Like, they're wasting our time. If you're not saying anything productive, then don't say anything at all. Don't try to be so. And I'm not like, and I don't like cancel culture, and I don't like comedy being like blacklisted and things like that. But if you're not saying anything productive, then you
also,
shouldn't
none of this
say
was comedy.
anything at all.
He used
exactly.
Every deflection in the book. He used every
It's pretty
tactic in the book
obviously wrong.
not to talk about racism.
Yeah.
He used every tactic.
It was sad because he didn't have to deflect. It wasn't even about him. Like, he didn't have to say anything. He could have just been like, let's give her time to respond, and then he could have stopped, and it would have been fine.
No.
He
should have said antebellum parties are fucking horrible.
Scott, I mean, Julia.
Why shouldn't he have said that? They are.
But to Scott's point, he could have just skated. There's a difference of what he could have done and what he should have done. And what he could have done
That's why
is
I
not
think
say
ABC
anything,
said
and it would have been the easiest. I don't think. No, you're thinking too hard.
Why would they put him on? Why would they do that? They must know his views. I don't know. I think it's weird. I feel like it was.
Well, he didn't say any explicit views during his interview. He just
did.
Yeah, he
Come
did.
on.
He
said that. I'm from Texas and we used to play that game.
Yeah.
Where...
He expressed his
That's a really
how
good
annoyed
Chris
he was.
Harrison.
He expressed how annoyed he was with woke culture, but he didn't actually explicitly say any views. So
but he didn't say that like Seth Rogen did. When Seth Rogen said it, it made sense.
I
and
know,
you're like,
because
okay, I hate
comedians aren't
cancel
fucking
culture.
idiots.
Yeah. Well, Chris Harrison was just defending having shitty opinions because cancel culture is annoying to him.
Yeah.
That's not an excuse to have shitty opinions. It's an excuse to keep comedy alive. That's it.
All right.
Weren't you going to talk shit about something, Scott?
Well, I'll talk shit about the Confederacy too, because now that I'm defending Chris Harrison and this girl, I feel like I need to make up for it. All right, 5 reasons why the Confederacy sucked ass. Number 1, Robert E. Lee was a little bitch. And don't give me this apologist he didn't actually like slavery bullshit. Guys, I don't like slavery. I just don't think the government should stop it. Go fuck yourself. Get with the times or get fucked by General Meade at Gettysburg. And then surrender to Ulysses S. Grant on March 29, 1865 like a little bitch. Number 2, the Confederacy lacked industrial infrastructure. The Union is blockading us. We can't effectively trade for supplies. Yeah, maybe if your Navy wasn't led by that weak-ass raft of Virginia. The Monitor crushes the Virginia. Let's cover our ship in iron plates and have cannons on all the sides. Really? You guys still have like 40 fucking cannons? How about 2 cannons that you can actually aim? Number 3, the Union fucking rules. Abraham Lincoln was sick. His hat was huge and he had a huge beard. Did you know he only freed the slaves for political reasons? Go fuck yourself. The political advantages to freeing slaves only highlight the gross political advantages to owning slaves. Reason 4, too many fucking bugs in the South and it's too hot. I don't like it. Final reason, Waffle House. I went to Waffle House one time and I found the cleanliness to be substandard. Fuck the Confederacy.
I love that Waffle House is inherently Confederate.
Yeah. You used so many reasons other than racism as to why the Confederacy sucked. I
Well,
loved
that's a given, yeah. March 29th, 1865, Robert E. Lee surrenders to Ulysses S. Grant. I'm not going to forget that date after recording this.
Are we going to celebrate it on the podcast?
Holy shit.
Also,
Yeah.
Jefferson Davis, when he was fleeing, disguised himself as a woman.
Whoa.
What? Really?
Yep.
Dude, fuck Jefferson Davis.
Fuck Jefferson Davis.
That's pretty
Robert E. Lee,
progressive.
piece of shit.
Honestly, fuck Robert E. Lee, dude.
Fuck them all.
I don't even
I
like
hate
him.
when people are like, "Oh, my grandfathers didn't own slaves; they were farmers." Yeah,
Yeah.
and then they got duped by fucking slave owners to go fight a war for nothing. That's the whole thing about Southern fucking Republicans. They just keep voting against their own self-interest, and it never changes, just because they don't like brown people. Fuck it. I didn't pre-record mine. I'm sorry.
Well, I was looking for that song so I could throw it in the background. All right. Now, if you want to start talking shit, you can just come in right here. Wait, who's... Oh, Jefferson
So much
Davis.
pressure.
Fuck Jefferson Davis, dude.
He's crumbelievable.
When I went to Gettysburg, I said, "Fuck all the Confederate ghosts. Come haunt me, bitch."
Okay.
Too scary. Is
I
Sam
did it.
still here?
I'm here. I'm here to say fuck Chris Harrison. I'm out.
All right.
Oh,
Thank you,
Thanks
Sam.
for having
Mike
me.
Yeah.
fucking
Thanks for all
drop.
thanks for all the hot goss.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hot goss correspondent.
Well, the Confederacy was clearly the worst country, but what was the best country? Or what is the best country?
Rank stuff. We bound to make a list. What's first? What's last? We bound to make you pissed because we rank stuff. Yeah, we rank stuff.
All right. Top 3 countries based on any criteria. We're going to go around. I'm going to start with my number 3, and then you guys say your 3. So my number 3 is Iceland because it looks fucking cool. There's volcanic areas, and there's like mountains and fields, and Sigur Rós is a sweet band, and they have cliffs, and I like how their name is Iceland. Like, that's a cool name for a country. It sounds
But
like...
it's actually very green.
Yes. And it sounds like a mystical place. It sounds like a fantasy place. So that's Iceland. That's my number 3. Julia, what's your number 3?
Oh, we're doing it this way.
Yeah, let's do it that way.
My number 3 is Spain because it has a little bit of everything. It's got, the cool metropolitan cities. It's got beaches. It's got friendly, warm people. It's got little tiny dishes of food that you can eat before dinner, and then you also get to eat dinner.
Tapas.
Tapas.
Yeah.
Tapas.
And this is only based on the ones I've been to, so that's kind of hindering my ability to do the full scale of the world. But yeah, Spain is number 3 out of the ones I've been to.
Okay, well, I've never been to Iceland, so...
Oh, I
yeah.
didn't do it that way, but okay.
Yeah, it's any criteria, so...
That's true.
Do whatever you want. George, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is Japan because
shit.
Is that your number 2s or number 1s? Anyway, I picked
No.
Japan because it's one of the it's like I think the second oldest country in the world. The first oldest country is like a tiny country that doesn't even count.
What is it?
Let
Sorry,
me look it up real quick.
Wait, Japan is the oldest? Or second oldest?
It's the second
really
oldest.
cool.
Yeah,
I didn't
apparently
know that.
San Marino is the oldest, which
Yeah,
is
I don't know what
one of
that
the
is.
smallest countries. Yeah, exactly.
Yo.
So I looked it up and I was like, Japan is founded in 960 BC, I guess.
Whoa. Wait, I take
but
that
yeah.
back. I want Japan to be like my number 1 because I really want to go.
Well, I'll
but
just give it away that
continue.
Japan is my number 2,
Oh.
so once George is done, I'll continue on
Yeah.
Japan.
tell
I mean,
us.
that's why I think it's cool that it's so old and they have such a
Mm-hmm.
rich, vast history. You know what I mean? It's like the older you are, the more history you have, and it's more interesting.
Yeah, and I'll just
And they're-
continue on. Oh, what?
Yeah. No, they just have such like interesting values, and like I love how everything they do is so meticulously beautiful, and like I don't know, everything's just so serene except the suicide.
Well, of the types of Buddhism, Zen Buddhism originates in Japan, and that's the sickest style of Buddhism in my mind. But more importantly, Nintendo is from Japan, and I fucking love Nintendo. And also, Sony is a Japanese company, so Japan is basically responsible for video games in general, and that's pretty fucking cool. And then anime is like this whole genre of entertainment that has like comedy, horror, action, it has all these kinds of things, and it's just this huge thing that is only from Japan. So that's fucking cool that they have that. Samurais are fucking cool. They're like cowboys, except they have swords. That's awesome. What else? Godzilla. Godzilla's fucking awesome.
How about sushi? Hello.
Oh my god, I love sushi so much. It's like my favorite food. I've never been like I could not eat more sushi. Like I always will eat more sushi if it's in front of me until I'm out of sushi. I fucking love it.
I found this place in Philly that does omakase sushi. That means like when the chef picks it for you. It's like Jiro dreams of sushi when he gives you like one little piece at a time and you don't order. It's just a course of sushi. And
Chef's choice, basically.
yeah, and I really want to do it, except it's not open right now. But when it's open,
What's your number 2 country, Julia?
my number 2 is I kind of switched it up here, and I'm gonna go by all the Nordic countries. I really think that I wish I was like Swedish. They just have, I don't know. I feel like they're just the happiest. I mean,
Interesting.
that's rated on a world scale. They're the happiest group of countries. They have such beautiful people. I mean, not that other people aren't beautiful as well, but you know, a classic like beauty is found in the Nordic countries. God, that sounds racist. But
wow.
So, and they also
I grew up in
have
Texas in the 70s.
Stop. And they also have like a really good appreciation for like fresh food and like living off the land, and because it gets dark and cold, they need to like appreciate the fresh produce when they have it during the summer. And they are big drinkers, but they're not like unhealthy people. They just seem like they've got it all right, and it's because of socialized medicine and taxes.
People from Sweden are really good at video games because
Really?
they stay inside all the time. Yeah, the best Super Smash Brothers Melee player of all time is from Sweden.
Wait, why is that, you think?
That's Armada.
Oh, because they stay in
Yeah,
when
'cause
it's
it's
dark
so-
all the time?
Yeah, it's all dark and cold for a long time.
How are they not depressed from that? It's
I
so
think
weird.
a lot of them are depressed. I wouldn't put too much weight on those happiness index
But
scales.
they're voting themselves.
Yeah, I mean, but that makes me believe it even less.
Well,
You know,
who lies on a survey?
I don't even know if somebody surveyed me asking me how happy I am, I would have no idea how to answer that.
That's true, I guess.
I don't know if it's how they determine that.
Yeah, I don't think it is, but I don't think there's any real way to determine it. If I'm being honest, I don't really believe those kinds of
I
surveys.
think they factor like what makes people happy, like financial stability and like having a place to live and good education. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
maybe.
think they do both. I think they've asked them, and they go by.
And I bet you like suicide rate has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, that would be a good one to go off of.
Here's a.
It's weird because they're supposed to be happy, but I think they also have high suicide rates because of the nighttime thing.
The nighttime thing.
So maybe the people that are alive are happy.
I recently,
Kill themselves.
I
We're
recently
the happiest
read that,
country ever. What? 80% of you commit suicide. Yeah, well, the living ones are happy.
Yeah, but like, have you been here during the winter? It fucking sucks, dude.
What were you gonna say,
Yeah,
George?
it's a weird paradox.
Yeah, I actually read something. This is kind of a tangent, but I read something recently that season affective disorder might be like remnants of a dysfunction having to do with the fact that Neanderthals are thought to have hibernated in some scenarios. So like some people are still obviously have Neanderthal genes in them, and like some people are like more predisposed to like need to hibernate, and
Oh,
that's why
this is
they
an
have-
this is an explanation for seasonal depression.
Yes.
So
That's interesting.
they're mad because they're not asleep,
They're mad.
or they're sad.
Yeah,
they're
sure,
sad
it's mad.
because they're not asleep.
So fucking pissed.
Yeah.
It's winter. God damn it. I'm so depressed.
No, yeah. So basically, it's thought that maybe Neanderthals had some sort of level of hibernation during the winter, and that since human beings have Neanderthal genes inside, it's likely that maybe there's people that are missing that.
That's very
hibernation.
interesting.
Yeah.
Well, George, what's your number 2
Yeah.
country?
My number 2 is Mexico, my home country.
Number 2.
Because you said it. My number 1 is Sweden because it's supposed to be the best country in the world.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I will explain why number. So yeah, number 2, Mexico. I'm from Mexico. They got the best food. The people of Mexico are very
False.
nice. And, yeah, no, Italy, Italian food
Fucking
can suck my
fight
dick.
me.
It's way too much
No.
fucking pasta. Way too much fucking pasta, Julia.
No.
Too many fucking carbs.
Are you
I
fucking
think
kidding
if we
me?
took
You
a-
stuff
I think- no,
flour
you know what?
burritos with rice. That's not really Mexican, though.
I can't believe. Yeah, can we just talk about how racist Julia is again? She just said burritos.
All right, burritos aren't Mexican, but you guys eat a lot of carbs too. How dare you?
But it's not the whole fucking meal.
It's not our whole meal either. It's tiny. Don't go buy Olive Garden. That's not
Okay,
real.
so tell me. Okay, what else?
You eat a tiny piece of pasta.
I just wanted to ask if Italy is your number 1, Julia. I'm just curious.
Are you serious?
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not a piece of shit. So I put
It's
Mexico
me,
at number 2
Mario.
because I'm not a nationalist asshole.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
yeah.
I'm just kidding, Julia. But no, Mexico. Here's a fun fact about Mexico. First black president in North
Mexico?
America was actually Mexico. Yeah, second president of Mexico was a black man.
That's cool. A Blackman. Was that his
Blackman.
last name?
I love the Blackmans.
He's a little black man.
Mr. Blackman.
But yeah, Mexico's dope. That's where I'm
Sick.
from.
All right.
Cool.
My number. We're on number 1 now. What was your number 1 and 2, Julia? You had the Nordic countries and.
Number 3
Spain.
was Spain.
Spain,
but
right,
That's
okay.
when I thought we were. I put Japan. I
All right.
switched.
We're on our number 1. My number 1 is.
America.
Oh,
Me and Scott are nationalists.
get out of here.
This is America.
Don't catch him
Literally-
slipping up.
No.
My number 1 is America. Now listen.
Why?
You want to talk about food? You want to talk about food?
We just talk shit on the Confederacy, Scott.
Because
Did
I
you
was.
learn anything?
I learned that the Union fucking wrecks them, and the Union, that's America. All right, so I don't want to hear shit about the Confederacy because we fucking wrecked that little bitch Robert E. Lee, and we have the best food, and I'll tell you why. Because I was in Italy, and their food was amazing, and I loved it, and I was eating the Italian food. But then, about the third night, I was like, you know what? I kind of want some Chinese, and I couldn't get it because
Are
I
you
was in
kidding?
Rome. And I
Wait,
looked it up.
stop.
No, I looked for. There was like one Chinese
Are
place in
you
the whole
insane?
fucking city.
Chinese food in Rome is so good.
I could not find any.
Well, it's not my fault that you're bad at Google. Rome
Also,
is like
Scott,
one of
I
the
think
most
if you're gonna-
metropolitan cities
if
in
you're
the
gonna
world
talk
with like
about
every cuisine.
American food, you need to like talk about American. food.
American
No, I
food.
don't. Because what
Wait.
makes America great is the fact that on one street, I can get Chinese, Japanese, Mexican, Italian
I
on
can
one
get all of
street.
those things in Italy too.
I don't think so. There was no Mexican. I did not see a Mexican place in Rome. Are you kidding
Okay,
me?
not Mexican, but I will defend your argument because when I studied abroad in Italy after, when I lived there, I didn't know what I was missing, but they don't have good cheeseburgers. I will
Yeah,
say that.
but we have everything.
Chinese, but Chinese, yeah, that's an
All right, so
obvious
Scott,
one,
besides
but-
food,
Oh, besides food, the movie industry. We have the sickest movies. Our movies are fucking awesome. They're huge. Everyone in the world loves our movies.
That's pretty good.
Even
That's
people,
fair. That's fair.
even people who like grow up in other countries, they want to make like Hollywood movies. Like even if they make really sick foreign movies, other countries have great movies too, but we really kind of dominate it. Number
That's
three,
very true.
Number 3, landscape. We have everything. We have mountains, we have oceans, we have rivers, we have deserts, we have literally anything you can just drive to it.
I think you're underestimating other countries.
The world.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying that no other country has.
American diversity is not unique.
No, but we have it.
In terms of geography. Yeah, that's fair. I'm just saying we're not the best at that.
I mean, we have huge I mean, who's better though? Who's better?
Italy
We're
has
huge.
mountains, fields, waterfalls.
They don't have a desert.
They don't have a desert, but who the fuck needs a desert?
Boom. We have literally everything. That's all I'm saying, okay?
All right. Let me talk about Italy now.
That's a solid argument. All right, we have literally. Okay, wait, hold on. Did I cover everything? We have the most diverse. We have the most diverse food. We have movies. We have the best landscape. We have Amendment 1 of the Bill of Rights. We are the home of stand-up comedy.
Get out of here.
Stand-up comedy is bigger in America than anywhere else. Okay.
What is this whole Bill of Amendment 1?
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Because
we're not the only country with freedom of speech, my friend.
No, but we pride ourselves on it enough that
Yeah, we use it
That's
for
all an
shitty
illusion.
things.
That's that's a fucking illusion. Get out of here.
I'm just saying that stand-up comedy is bigger here than anywhere else.
America.
All right.
America.
All right, Julia, talk about your shitty country.
Italy.
It's me, Mario.
That was the first president of Italy.
Exactly. He came after Mussolini.
I will give it up to Italy. They are the home of Mario, and I do love Mario.
Well, I want to go back to George saying that we only eat pasta because we do not. So you order an appetizer, and that can be whatever you want. It usually involves bread, but you only eat a little bit of pasta, and then you order a second course, which is meat-based or vegetable-based, and a side. And that is the bigger course. You only have a little bit of pasta. And then you drink a lot of wine, and then you drink a lot of after-dinner liqueurs and espresso so you don't fall asleep from all the alcohol. And then you have a good time, and then you go to bed, and then you do it again at lunch the next day.
That's what it sounds like the whole time.
Everyone eats all day. Okay, so the food. I like how... Sorry, I'm drinking wine right now.
Oh my God, typical Italian.
I like, besides the food, I enjoy, this could be seen as a negative, but I enjoy it. They are very set in their ways, and they don't like modernization. Now, the young people that live there currently do not enjoy this aspect because they can't find jobs. However, it's attractive as a financially stable person to visit and to live there if you have the means to. But I think they just have to find their way and find a middle ground between holding on to those traditional values. And I might add, their traditional values aren't offensive to anyone, which I also love.
I think isn't there some racism
in
Italian culture?
It's not racism. It's they're so ignorant to other people that they don't even realize that there is racism. Like, my family thinks that America has like this big racism problem, but that's because they like don't see a black person.
They're not diverse enough to have racism.
Exactly. So in a way, it's a blessing and a curse because they don't realize how ignorant they are. But at the same time, when you have everyone that looks the same, you're going to have less political turmoil in a country.
Wow,
And
diversity really is great.
It's
Julie, I just want to dunk on you real quick.
Dunk on her.
Yeah.
Dunk on me.
According to Google Trends, Italian food is searched less than Mexican food.
Is what searched less?
Oh,
yeah. So that means it's more
let's
popular.
fucking go.
What does that even mean?
Search popularity score. Mexican food is way more popular.
Okay,
It is way more popular.
Look up who visits Mexico versus who visits Italy per year. Like
We were
the
talking
amount.
about food, Julia. Don't what about me, okay? You Republican, get out of
You
here.
what about it me? I was talking about non-diversity and
You
ignorance.
can't answer to everybody who wants to come and attack you. I mean,
I grew up in Texas in the 70s.
I get trolled on both sides. Hollywood elite, Hollywood liberal.
That's how I feel.
Chris Harrison is not a fucking. Okay.
I'm with Chris
I
Harrison.
mean, I grew up in Texas in the 70s.
All right, George, what's your number one?
Yeah, I said Sweden because
Oh,
it's
okay.
very progressive.
Damn,
one
two
thing
for
Julia
Sweden.
Bernie
One-
2020.
I'm sorry, not Sweden, Switzerland.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Did you say Sweden or did you say Switzerland?
She said the Nordic.
I said the Nordic countries, which
Oh,
does
okay,
not
okay.
doesn't include Switzerland, but similar,
Yeah, similar politics. Also,
Yeah.
they have I think 3 or 4 official languages, so that's cool having like
Oh yeah.
multiple languages. It's also like very diverse
It's so expensive.
It is expensive, but if you can afford it and you are a citizen there, I think it's nice.
Yeah, it sounds great. But again,
Their life expectancy is 82.
is that high?
Is that? Yeah, that seems normal, right?
Yeah.
No.
What's ours? Like 72 or something?
What is
Type that
ours?
shit. Yeah, I don't know.
78.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, but that's normal. Scott, why didn't you have anything for Japan or
Listen,
Sweden?
if it wasn't for the school shootings dragging us down, that number would be way up.
You think school shootings is dragging us down, not heart disease and obesity?
I only had our home countries because I knew we would all pick our home countries for one of them at least. So I didn't know that you guys would also pick Japan and then also pick I mean, I didn't pick any Nordic countries, but
Yeah, what was your... Yeah, you did. Iceland.
oh yeah, is that Nordic? I guess, right? I don't even know. Iceland's
Yeah,
like its
yeah.
own thing.
Nordic... No, yeah, Nordic is Sweden, Norway, Finland, Denmark, and Iceland.
Okay.
Ooh, Denmark. Ooh, Denmark. Ooh.
Eh.
I just watched a movie about these guys. It's a movie from Denmark, and they're trying to keep their blood alcohol level. Ooh, maybe I should save it. I'll save it.
Okay. But speaking of movies,
Text us a movie and we'll say it. Text us a movie and we'll say it.
I just tried to pour my wine with the cork still on.
okay, welcome to Text Us a Movie and We Say It, where you text us a movie and we say it live on the air. This week, listener Mike J texted us The Gingerbread Man. George, if you would like to say it on the countdown.
3, 2, 1, go.
The Gingerbread Man.
Good job. I don't know anything about this movie, but I got a clip here, so I think maybe we can figure it out. Let's see.
Watching John with the machine, it was suddenly so clear. The Terminator would never stop. It would never leave him. And it would never hurt him, never shout at him or get drunk and hit him or say it was too busy to spend time with him. It would always be there, and it would die to protect him. Of all the would-be fathers who came and went over the years, this thing, this machine, was the only one who measured up. In an insane world, it was the sanest choice.
Yeah, that's the Gingerbread Man.
That's the gingerbread man?
That's the Gingerbread Man, apparently. Yeah, according to my information.
It sounded more like Pumpkinhead.
Well, remember, if you have a movie and you want us to say it live on the air, text it to us. You probably know us. You could also email us at themichaeljacobsmoment@gmail.com, and we will respond on air to anything that you say. You can also email us a movie. Keep listening. Every Monday morning, we got a new episode. Wherever there's a podcast, we're there. And if you leave a review, we'll read it. And we'll say, hey.
Oh, we forgot
okay.
to do that this
Wait,
week.
did we get a review? Are we getting reviews?
We have like 3. I could read.
Holy shit. Well, next time we'll do that.
Yeah, we'll do that next time.
Where can you
Thanks,
read
guys.
reviews?
Sick.
On Apple Podcasts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, until next time, I think we're done here.
Ladon and mobile.
Yo quiero Taco Bell. It's me, Mario.
Aw, we're such a hodgepodge.
Wait, George.
Yes?
When you woke up every morning, did it sound like... Was this like growing up? Like this is what it sounded like, right?
I got out of my fucking hammock. I brushed off my serape from all the fucking desert dust. And I rode my burro to school. And yeah, a marching band, a mariachi band playing.
And you had a mustache at the age of 5.
That's actually not a lie. I did have a little baby hair mustache ever since I was like 8.
So did I.
All right, see you guys.